Look at this.
There we go.
Wait,
Wow.
can you edit like a little Viper image?
Ricky, tell me when you're fucking ready.
Need a little bit of time to warm up.
I'm
Sure.
gonna shut up.
Warm up, my
whenever-
friends.
I'm gonna shut up whenever Ricky starts because I'm.
Yeah,
I
this is
wanna
actually
hear-
I really like this one actually.
Oh.
I want to hear the description. Of
I'll let
the
I'll let Ricky go through everything.
Yeah, in a sec. Just making sure the game isn't like lagging super hard. Because sometimes when you first start playing, like the dead zones are really off for
Dude,
some
I
reason.
didn't know Jack 3 was fucking Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Wow, thanks. Wow, that's original.
Hey man, sorry I'm not part of the Jack community.
Dude, this game looks like Tony Hawk's Skater.
Well, it's not just the hoverboard, it's the fact that you're actually literally grinding on like the.
Okay, here we go.
Oh,
So,
are you getting ready?
yeah.
Okay.
Is this
Don't
the same
make-
one you
Don't fuck over my train of thought. For the most part, I guess is all I gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise we good.
We got you, man.
Don't worry about it too much. Okay. So
Give me the countdown.
this is Jack 3 all open orbs. This is a cat. So most of the game with like any percent and stuff like that is broken down quite a lot into not really playing very much of like the game that's really fun. So the best analogy I can put it is in any percent. Imagine if you play GTA San Andreas, right? And instead of completing all the missions in order like you do, you would run like across the map, like all the way to like San Fierro, and then you would like just because you were there, the game assumes, oh, well, you're in San Fierro, you must have done every mission in Los Santos. So that's kind of how this game works, where you can basically roll jump through the entirety of the desert, and then because you're at the temple, the game is like, oh, well, you're at the temple, you must have done all the missions back at Spargus, which is like the first area of the game. So that's kind of how that works. So this is a hero mode run, which hero mode is New Game Plus basically. It makes me start with all guns, and it makes me start with a jet board. And starting with the jet board is very crucial for this category to work and flow together as nicely as it does. Because the jet board makes all the movement possible. The movement is really, really good in this category, and it's very possible I'll die a few times in the first minute or two, because it's really brutal. But once we get going, it's not hard. So I'm basically ready to go. So all you need to know is I'm at a new game file, but like I'm at the start of the game, but I'm on hero mode, so I have all the weapons, and I'll explain most of the weapons that we use like later, and then I have the jet board, and that's all you need to know.
So, did you remove the memory card intentionally?
Yeah, so we're not going to be auto-saving in this run. That's a way to time New Game Plus stuff, is just loading your file and then pulling out the memory card, and once you hit continue, then that's the beginning of the run.
Gotcha.
Okay. You ready, Dusky?
Yes. Tell me whenever you're ready, ThaRixer.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so with the jet board, yeah, you can fly. So I'm gonna do that. I think this is gonna fail. Yeah, it failed. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, this is a really precise hover. So for the most part, in the normal game, obviously you're supposed to collect all the tokens and shit. That might fail too. It's slightly too far left, I think. It's a pretty precise hover, which is okay. Oh, never mind. I hit a ceiling or something. Yeah, so I'm gonna fail this probably a few times because this is like a major reset point at the start. You need a really precise angle. Like, I think that's too far right, so I'm gonna die. I'm gonna hit the... Yeah. These are like barely like missing, but we'll probably get it eventually. Once we get going, it's actually like not as bad.
What is
That's-
that 2500 on the screen?
Yeah, so for some reason there's the... Oh, I got it. I barely got that one. Okay, so we good. So basically, because I'm going like out of the map, it's despawning all the like tokens that I need to get. That like, it's like the training course where the game teaches you all the shit, and you need to get all the tokens and stuff to get to the end. But when you go out of bounds, it like despawns them. So this is the gyro buster, which is basically just a UFO that like sprays shit, and I'm just gonna use that to kill these enemies. And I'm gonna use the strat right here where I'm gonna pop the second one. I'm gonna hover over. I'm gonna hover up to this spot, and there's gonna be 6 left. We're gonna grab our first 3 orbs here. I'll explain how many orbs there are, and like what the all open orbs part means. But I need to get this first. So I need to fire the nuke and then another gyro buster at a precise time. Looks okay to me. Yeah, that might work. One. Yep, there we go. We got it. That's good. So that killed all the enemies at the bottom, and it skipped my transformation going. So once you get 5 kills, you go into Dark Jack, and that's like a really slow thing. So we don't want to. We don't want to do that. There's a faster skip through this cutscene right here, but we want to go around it. So I'm just gonna die in the lava and get the checkpoint, die in the lava instead. It's a bit faster, or it's a bit safer for a marathon. So now we get to the all open orbs part, which is where the run really like kicks off. So we just did a bunch of missions, and now we're going to do the all open orbs part, which is just some really cool jetboarding, me going around collecting all the orbs. There are 600 orbs in the run, and you usually, there's not a single category that really like gets them at all, except for 100% gets all 600, obviously. But this category specifically gets 169. So it's basically... Okay, I failed that one. We need to redo this hover.
Oh, Ricky.
All open orbs basically just collect all the orbs that are randomly scattered throughout the map, instead of... A lot of the orbs are obtained through side missions and main missions and stuff, but these are the ones that are like loosely scattered, as you can see. So there's like, here's an open orb.
They're basically like the hidden packages.
Yeah, it's sort of like, yeah, hidden packages. So, oh shit, that's bad.
Ricky,
What's up?
I have a $20 donation from Flickr saying the races were a lot of fun. Good luck on your run, Ricky.
Thanks, Flickr. You the man. Appreciate it.
Very wholesome donation.
Yeah, that's a wholesome donation. That's a nice spin right there. You just get all those orbs, so you all of a sudden just get a bunch here for completing that little grind section.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes the camera's really wonky. I guess one thing I should already start mentioning is I might die a few times because I have a really bad PS2 and my input. So the way this game deals is, this is one of the worst games that deals with lag. It actually goes into your fucking controller inputs. So if I'm trying to input a front flip, it'll extend that front flip for like a while, and it turns into like 2 front flips, let's say. Like, it's like I'm holding the button for longer than I actually am.
Wow.
Which is a really shitty way of doing it, but yeah, that's just how it works. And this is the throne room. This is one of the worst parts of the run for sure, because it's just really awkward to jetboard it around, especially behind the throne. There's about 3 orbs. We're gonna get that one, and then we're gonna get this one behind the like windmill, or not the windmill, but like just the mill, I guess. One behind the throne in the vase, and then there's one in the water here. And then we can get back to the elevator. And I clipped through the map. Nice. Actually, I didn't know there was a hole there. I don't think I clipped through the map. I think I just.
Oh, fuck off.
I think there was just a hole there, like there. So I'm gonna get on the elevator and restart mission. That's just gonna work me like to the bottom, so I don't have to watch the cutscene. This part is really cool, but it's also kind of tough. So this is where like most of the weird orbs come in. So this is the marketplace, and some of the orbs are in these pots here. There's one there, and then there's one here. This one's kind of tough. It's between the palm trees. Get that one right there. This is one of the toughest ones because you have to hover really fast, and there's a cap on your hover, and if you fail it like that, you kind of have to do some backup stuff. This category is all about backups because you can't expect everything to go right every single time. So I just used the red gun there. That just gave me like a bit of a height boost. It's called the wave concussor. So each gun, there's 4 guns in the game, and each of them have like 3 modes, and you progressively get them slowly throughout the game. But because I'm on hero mode, I have all of them, so I have all 12. Oh shit, missed that one. So this isn't high enough for a concussor jump, so I have to use the hover instead.
So, how new is this category?
It's from this year. It's from like, yeah, it's like half a year old, I think, something like that. So it's basically, yeah, it's actually a miscellaneous category, so it's not like. So sorry, go for it.
No, I was just gonna ask, is it just one? Yeah, it's just like a fun category like y'all came up with, like, or was like something.
You still end up beating the game, so it's still like kind of legit.
Right.
But it was just a way to incorporate more jetboarding and more movement into the actual game.
Holy shit! We got another donation from Yendis, $22, saying good luck to Ricky, expecting old Uber driver splits. Also, where's the broken mugs? Thanks for the dono, mate!
Thanks, Yandis.
And so when did you start running this category?
I think like a month ago, or I
Sweet.
wouldn't even say that long. I'd say like 3 weeks ago. I just gave this a shot. Yeah, this is actually I guess I should mention because a lot of people won't really know. Oh, there was an extended input. I didn't mean to do 2 side flips there, but it just kind of happened. So like the game lagged out. This is actually like my main game for like a very long time. I would probably still say it's my main game because it's the game I've gotten back to the most out of any game. So Jack 3's kind of always been. Oh, I might
You
get
hear
this.
that?
Oh, nice. I got that shit. So that's like one of the hardest orbs in the whole run to get, is to get that one drive-by with the hover. And I like nailed it in the air, so that's really sick.
$104 so far.
I was gonna say, we're already on $100. I might actually have to smash a mug over my head.
That's actually really amazing.
Oh, that's my favorite car in the fucking game. Jesus.
Yeah, so the Dune Hopper. So another hero mode thing, I guess, is I'm actually invulnerable as well.
You're
Which,
vulnerable.
like, with hero mode, you can do a bunch of stuff. It's not like I would die anyway, even if I wasn't vulnerable, but it basically just reduces luck. And I also have unlimited vehicle turbos. As you can see in the bottom right, or bottom left, there's my health, and there's like 3 dots, and those are 3 of my boosts, which never run out because it's infinite. So now we're about to do. So I'm gonna reference another game that hopefully some of you guys are familiar with. I'm about to skip into this cave, and this is another one of those. If you guys have ever seen DK64 runs, what that game does is essentially when you get into a certain area in that game, it gives you all the abilities and all the items that you're supposed to have by that point. And right now, because I like glitched my way past that egg wall and I got into this cave, like soon enough, the game is going to assume that. Well, actually, I guess that's not really a thing that in this category, but it's going to be a thing at the temple, like in a few minutes anyway. So I'll just keep explaining it. So yeah, the game's gonna assume that I am at this portion of the game, even though I haven't completed most of the missions. So like, it's kind of like in GTA where there's like a long line of missions. It's like, oh, you get this mission, then you unlock this mission, then you unlock this mission, and it's like a long string. So let's say you complete mission 10, and it assumes you've completed mission 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 9, and you get all the rewards as well for that. So yeah. Missions won't really be something I'll be doing a whole lot because you can skip most of it. And New Game Plus is literally like 18 minutes long because you do the first 2 missions, you get to the temple, and you like trick the game into going into the 3rd act, which is like the end of the game. And then you go to Haven City, which is like a secondary map, I guess. There's the desert map and the city map. Haven City's the city map. You go there, and then you go to like the point of no return part of the game, and then that's it. So NG Plus, this is basically New Game Plus, but I have to get all the open orbs as well. So now I'm heading to the temple, which has some orbs, and it also allows me to do that percentage warp that I'm talking about, where we're gonna trick the game into thinking that I'm at like the end of the game. So jumping into the water with first person and having a boost on, no clue, but wrong warps me into this part right here.
Well,
It just
that's
it just does
specific.
that.
What
Yeah,
the-
it's super broken, and you can only do it once. I don't know why. Like it only works once.
So
Okay, so
is-
I need to focus a little bit here. You can talk though.
I was gonna say, is this category on speedrun.com?
Category extensions, yeah, it is.
Miscellaneous.
Yeah. Okay, I got that part, so that's nice. So I need a specific angle for this. Not super precise, but I need an angle for this hover out of bounds to land up here because I need a checkpoint. Now I need to die to load the next part of the level. And so you come to this temple at multiple points. You actually go to it twice or 3 times in Act 1, and you go to it once in Act 3, which is really huge to make the skip work. So there's a cutscene trigger right here that I'm going to hover over. And then I'm going to go... So like right now the game doesn't know which state the temple is in, and I'm gonna trick the game into putting it into the Act 3 part by going to this door right here, and because that door just like opened and closed, that's like a part of the Act 3. Like you don't go to that door unless you're in Act 3. So like now the game assumes, oh, you're done with like 80% of the game.
So this exploit with the little what's that thing called? The jump board?
Oh, the jet board, the hover?
Yeah, is that just like fucking exploited the game like just when
Yeah.
like discover like just flying around with it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually really fun. I don't think it is a little bit broken, but I don't actually think it's super broken because you can't change direction midair if you haven't noticed.
Uh-huh.
You can only go in a straight line with it, so it's not like ultra broken, and you need to be kind of precise with it. But it does take a little while to learn. But once you get it down, it's not too bad. So here we got the light jack wings, which is just like I just needed to open this door up here because there's an orb. And I don't need the fucking wings to have them covered. Yeah. But that's all the orbs. There was only one orb up here in this area. I could go to the end of the mission, but I need that orb.
Thanks,
So
Shauna.
I'm just gonna restart the mission here. And there's 3 orbs outside. And we're gonna do another clever warp right after here. Once the game considers you to have no vehicle, it warps you back to the garage. So I'm gonna just one-shot my car with my powerful guns. Boom. There we go. Another cheat I guess I have on, or secret, or whatever you want to call it, for New Game Plus, is turbo jetboard in desert. It's very specific. I don't know why it's there, but it's really fun, and you go really fast in the desert. So as you can see, I'm like gradually gaining speed. The reason I'm like flipping to the side so much is because that is faster. It gives you a speed boost. And yeah, there's a lot to the jetboard for sure. There's also this little wave attack that I just did there. That's an attack, but it also extends your hitbox for the orbs, so you can use it for that if you want. And we're gonna get this orb, and then we're gonna get this orb over here in the corner. And I'm about to head into my first sewer, actually. So since the game is basically in Act 3 mode, all of the sewer missions are in Act 2. And so all the sewer missions are beaten. So I can enter them freely without, like, quote-unquote having to go through them to do the mission. Because there's a cutscene or a switch you need to hit at the end or something. So I can just go into the sewer, collect the orbs, and get out. And that's mostly going to be the goal for a lot of these. This is where I'm just going to go through the city, getting to the orb.
Look at Rare's
Yeah.
comments. I'm fucking.
Wait, what's up?
Rare just said, "Get me off the couch." Fucking, I donated him. I Venmoed him $10 to send him Veep pics. Oh, Yender just donated another $5.
Yeah, he donated $5 to get Dusky unmodded,
Nice. Yeah, someone unmod Dusky.
and Jonah
Yeah.
did it.
Yeah, so I do actually plan on going a lot like further with this category, but unfortunately I have a pretty shitty PS2. So I can't really do that right now.
How
So
much
this is
RPS?
this is kind of a tough hover.
How much RPS2s in your area?
It's not just getting a PS2, it's getting a good one. I have several actually.
Oh wow, okay.
But I'm getting a new disc for NTSC because that console's like newer. So you can't just hover like throughout the whole sewer and skip it all, because this is yet another game that just you have to go through specific loading triggers in order to like load the next part. So because I'm invulnerable, I can go through these fences, which is quite nice. And balancing on these, Sewers 2 is notorious for having bad lag. So if it like looks like I'm just driving off the edge or something, it's probably because my inputs are getting completely eaten. So these are the only orbs you get in the sewer. I'm at 91, that's the correct amount. And now we're just gonna go to the end because that is faster than going back to the start. I was gonna say top of this doesn't have a hitbox. Go right through it. There we go. Yeah, this part specifically drops a lot of inputs. I'm just gonna take it kind of slow because I really want to show this off. Nice, I got it. I can hover through that wall in particular, and it just skips a door. Like, it only saves about 5 seconds, but it's good. Saves some time. Okay, so now we're at the end of sewers 2, so now we need to like get back to the city because there's no orbs in this section. But it is still faster to end sewers 2 than it is to just like restart mission and go back to the start and whatnot. For one reason. And it's because there's some orbs that we have to grab that are in like kind of a nice spot when we get out of this nest area. This nest area is like has a mission, but like I said before, we don't need to do that mission because we've done like the game thinks we're at like the end. But there's a bunch of grind rails in the middle of this goo. Also, I don't know why that zoomer is. Yeah, the vehicles in this game are called zoomers. Doesn't hold up that well, I'll admit. So there's just a zoomer randomly like in the goo. I'm not really sure what that's doing there, but it just is.
Zoomer in the goo.
Yeah.
Irie said, "Good luck, Ricky."
Thanks, Irie. Okay, so these are probably the hardest orbs. The throne room is one of the worst, but this might take the cake. So not only is the camera really like hard here, it's just I have to get up on this railing. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you can't stand on this part that I'm on right now, like that little weird like wavy like stuff. I don't know. Oh, nice! I got ghost orb. That orb for some reason you can just pass right through it. Only this one. Not sure why.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow. I've got 2 donos, one from Yendis for $5 called 5 USD because DSX unmodded Dusky in Twitch chat as promised. And a second donation from Randy C for $5 saying, "Let's keep the donations coming, boys." Thank you for your donations, mates.
Thanks a lot. Okay, so yeah, these railings are just like notorious for oh shit. I've actually never bumped. I've always been afraid to bump on that. But this time it finally happened.
Wait a minute, Ricky, it's your birthday?
Not anymore.
What?
It was yesterday.
Oh, happy birthday. No idea.
Yeah, it was 13th.
Oh, nice.
Oh wait, no, it's your birthday now. Happy birthday, mate.
In the
Well,
U.S., yeah.
it's
happy
the
birthday.
14th
It's valid here.
Yeah, it's valid here.
Well,
Man, fucking birthday
Can we-
on Friday the 13th. What a
can we
I was
shill?
born on Friday the 13th, so that ain't nothing special.
That's that makes it even better.
Can we shill for some birthday donations, mates?
Same birthday as Taylor Swift.
I actually knew that. Yeah, I actually knew that.
And I know like 6 people on the 13th. It's crazy.
Okay, this is actually some fire jetboarding. This is a pretty tough rail to get on. I just like nailed it.
When's the jetboard video coming out?
We have a second one in the work.
Yeah, no, I watched your stream actually. Like,
Yeah,
practicing.
I don't know. People aren't making clips. It's weird. We do have like at least 4 minutes, but I
Uh-huh.
want it to be longer, so no one's like doing stuff.
That's true.
Wait, how old are you, Ricky?
I turned 23. I'm 23 now.
Ricky Q&A stream. What's your favorite color, Ricky?
I refuse
Most
to.
of work.
Ricky, what's your favorite toe to suck on?
All
The ones with
Correct answer.
the one with gangry on them.
I remember. I wonder if they have name like fingers. I'm guessing they do.
Yeah, they do.
Stop.
I would know.
The one that's shaved and put.
I love to suck on shaved toes.
Imagine shaving your toes. Alright,
Yeah,
let's get
that-
off this toe discussion.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ah, shit. This is one of the harder ones too. I have to. There's a lot of ways to do this one. I'm gonna try this way instead. Yeah, it's kind of tough. This railing doesn't like start from any specific point, so you just kind of have to like land on it and hope, like that, and then get this orb. Did I get the other one? Let me just check. I don't think I did. No, I did. There's an orb in this box as well. Oh, nice! I did the wall kick. The wall kick's one of the worst moves in this game. Like, it really just doesn't. It's so wonky. It doesn't work ever. But I use it sometimes for that one. And yeah. So we're getting to the part where, like, the war going on in the city can interfere a lot with the jetboard. since we're invulnerable, it's not like as bad, but you can still like hit stuff because it's very unpredictable shit going on. Orb up
So I
there.
see you're at like 128 orbs, and you said 169 is the total, so you're like 40 away. So like, how long is this category? Like, pretty short.
It's, I mean, it's I have a 4100 and the record's like 39 something,
Okay.
so it's not super long.
So you get like a lot of the orbs fast, and then basically.
I mean, the last 10 minutes of the run, you get no orbs because you're closing out the game, and
Right.
there's no orbs. They put all the open orbs at a spot where like you can like accessibly get them, not in like the point of no return
Right.
area. So this is New Haven, and this is really whoa, what the fuck? That was a weird boost.
Haven.
Yeah, New Haven has a lot of fucking bad lag. Like there's so much shit going on a lot of the time. There's an orb in this fountain.
Suck my shorts.
So you played this casually when you were younger, I imagine?
Yeah.
Did you get 100% on this? Like.
No, I
without-
didn't.
Okay.
I wasn't really a big completionist ever.
Well, because I was wondering, because it seems like it would be pretty goddamn hard to find all these orbs.
Yeah, it's definitely tough for sure.
Donation alert. Donation alert. Dusky? Our host is dead.
$23.
He smashed a cup on his head and he died.
He fucking has, he's having an aneurysm right now.
We got Jono as the backup.
$23 from B Downs.
Oh, beat that Stefan.
He says, "Happy birthday, Ricky."
Oh, thank you.
Oh, that's why you're
Thank
asking.
you very
for
much.
age.
Yeah.
Oh,
Legend.
23! What a baller!
Okay, we're in sewers 3 now, which is just, I mean, it's like just another sewer, but honestly, when I play all missions, which is my main category for this game, I have the record in that by a few minutes.
Sewers 3. I don't remember that GE map. Yes! Come on, boys, give it to me.
But yeah, all the sewers are just like the best, like part of the run, because it, like everything you're seeing right here, like is also like how you've played in all missions more or less. It's just a bunch of jetboarding.
Yeah,
How long do the
movie-
all missions take?
And all missions run, my record is like 242.13, I think.
It's the record.
That is the record.
I can
Oh,
check.
baby!
I can check. Yeah, 242.13. 1 year ago.
Yeah, I've had it for a while. It's my main category.
And it's a record. It's a record by about 7 minutes.
Wow. Is it
Yeah,
also
no one's
New
really
Game
put
Plus?
all that much effort into it as I have, actually. I don't really know if sub 240 is doable, but I definitely know I can get 240. But 239 is like kind of a close call.
Be down with the $23 donation. Happy birthday, Ricky!
I have a $0 donation for you, Dusky. We've already read that one.
I have another $0 donation coming in from Dusky LW saying, "Fuck off, Ricky. I've got other shit to do."
Smashing cups.
Imagine hosting MOAMathon and then saying you have other shit to do.
I'm grabbing a hot chocolate. Like, calm down. I need a sip.
Okay. So now we almost have all the orbs. There's only one sewer left, which is the first one. Sewers 1. They're just named after like in which order you go in during all missions. So this one's really hard. This jump here. Okay, fucking finally got that in a run.
Oh, sorry. Bring Aztec double O. I'm playing Aztec double O. I had the best run to the end.
I thought you checked another 44.
No.
Yeah, same.
Fucking 36 people just heard me rage. Ah, shit.
Okay, so I'm gonna go out of bounds here. So there's a big there's a bunch of different barriers like all throughout like the game, and like basically when you unlock like certain parts of the story, those barriers will go away. So there's the white barrier, and I had to do that out of bounds actually to get around the barrier because even though I've done like most of the game, that barrier is still not down yet. That goes away at a very late point in the game.
One thing I want to ask is, how does the hoverboard, like the float thing you do, like where you go upwards, work?
The hover?
Yeah, is that just like an exploit in like the way it controls?
So it
Just
has to
$0
do with
donation,
the
we
fact
already
that
answered that, dude?
no, well I haven't explained how to do it, which
Yeah.
I guess I can do.
Now, fuck off, B down.
So the way to do the hover is you basically it's actually kind of an interesting trick in that you do 2 tricks in one jump, and you pull the stick to either like halfway to the left or halfway to the right, so not like all the way, like kind of like a Hess, right?
Right.
And then you go all the way up. So because I'm going like halfway to the left or halfway to the right, it's like, are you doing a trick? I guess not. And then when you pull it all the way up, you're doing 2 tricks in the same jump. And for some reason, whenever you press L1 again, you're continuously doing the second trick over and over again.
And it just
So it
makes
makes you,
you
like-
go upwards.
Yeah, exactly. And this is actually kind of a tough hover.
That's cool. No,
I don't think I got
was-
it. No, I got it, I think.
It looks like one of those things where it doesn't look crazy, but like I don't know how the inputs were, so I didn't know how complicated it was.
It's one of those things where it's tough at first, and like you're never gonna be able to get it every time at first. But once it clicks, because there's a very, very easy way to do it wrong. Like it's very easy to do it, but to do it wrong.
Right.
And once you catch yourself in what you're doing wrong, you'll never fuck it up again.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I'm at the right orb count. That's a nice sewers 3. You need to go to the end of that sewer just to get those last few orbs. There's also a swag hover. Yeah, I can show swag hover. You can like spin around while you do it. Okay. I need 2 more orbs from the so here's the swag hover. Oh shit, I fucked it up. I'll try and show it off again. Front flip instead.
What a fucking troll level. God damn, I hate this pack. Holy shit.
You know what's fucked? As soon as I typed that in chat, Sammy Rogers launched Age of Empires 3 on Steam.
So this is like the point of no return part of the game, which is Palace of Ruins. So this is like the last proper, like once you go past this mission, like you can't go back. Like you have to like beat each mission. Like you can save, but you can't go back to the city or to like the open area. And once again, when I beat this mission, like I get everything that I'm supposed to have, even though I probably already have like everything I need by now. The game assumes that I've done all the other missions up to this point. I think I might be missing an orb. No, I think I'm okay. Yeah, I think I'm good.
7 left.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Tricky LW.
It's actually the first time I've played without splits or anything like that. So.
Oh, do you? In,
Casual.
Excuse me, we have another $5 donation from Polly saying, "That's an awfully hot coffee pot." Thank you.
So do you use your splits on this category? Like each split is like how many orbs you're at?
Yeah, it says like training course 7 or training course
Right.
3,
Yeah.
Spargus 56.
Like I
7.
sat in the corner with Ecuador with Edward Norton. Fucking hate everything.
You feel not having the splits on, you feel like less pressure? Or
Yeah, I mean,
different?
yeah, even during the races, it felt nice not having a timer. I just don't really like looking at it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm just
Do you
cruising.
stare at the on-screen timer in GoldenEye when there is one?
Wait, do I what?
Do you get distracted by the on-screen timer in GoldenEye when there is one? Perfect Dark.
No, I mean the PD timer helps me a shit ton.
Yeah. You gotta head
It
those.
seems like
Oh, I hate this fucking car.
Like the timer, I wouldn't be able to run without it. I think because
Wow.
it tells me like pace a lot.
Is there anyone in PZ who like actually just like adamantly like is against using the timer on screen?
I think Mark has like an old ass run where he didn't use the timer.
Oh, is it something you can turn off?
Yeah.
You don't have to have it.
It's off
Well, it's
by
something you can
default.
turn on.
Yeah, it's off by default.
Yeah.
I think Clemens like hides it for defection. I mean, extraction essay.
No, he has another strat for that actually. It's when he stops recording in the middle of the run to make sure it's too good. I heard that one works really well. Yeah, I heard the downside of that strategy is you don't have proof.
Okay, so since the last few missions are like I always call it the point of no return because it is just like 4 missions essentially in a row, like chained, and this is BTR and you play it in every single category, and
Big time rush.
it's always just been, well, it's breach the ruins or breakthrough ruins or whatever you want to call it.
I remember.
Yeah, it's a really wonky fucking mission. Like, seriously, if you try to like do everything that I'm doing, it's just like,
Yeah, it looks
Like-
really awkward to control.
yeah, it's awkward to control and the terrain's awful like a lot of the time.
The
terrain
terrain
was
was
very
not.
controlled.
The terrain was not designed for a fucking vehicle with like jet boosters.
Yeah, exactly.
Looks like it wasn't designed for a speed run. Every little thing will just flip you over.
Yeah, you're meant to knock over these bridges at this end section, but obviously you can just... I'm gonna hit this bridge just to be safe, because this jump's kind of tough. It's also barely a waste of time. I'm gonna do this last jump, though, just 'cause it's fast.
If the $600 donation hit, K4 carries replaced with a K4 rap battle.
So is this the point of no return now? Or are you
Yeah, I mean, I'd say Palace Ruins is... I mean, you can actually go back to the city from Palace Ruins, but once you beat Palace Ruins, you can't go back. So that was BTR. This is just like a random subrail mission. I actually, I always forget how impressive this mission is, like graphically for PS2, I guess.
Yeah, this looks
Yeah, this looks pretty cool.
amazing.
Yeah, it looks really sick.
Oh
So
shit, I
you're
love
just like
this
kind
level.
of... There's 2 of these, and this is like a longer one. But like, luckily they're really far apart, so once you play this one, you kind of like... You don't feel like they just kind of rehashed it, even though I guess that is like what they did. But the layout's completely different, and like, this one's like a lot longer, and they're really far apart.
Dude, I always forget when I'm thinking about Naughty Dog that the Jet games are Naughty Dog. 'Cause
Yeah,
I've never played
good.
Jet games. Like, I've played like Crash Bandicoot and like The Last of Us and like Uncharted and shit.
They did Sly Cooper, right? Or is that... No, that's
No,
soccer.
no.
That is Sucker Punch.
That's soccer.
Yeah. Okay.
I
So
forgot
this is
about
actually
this
kind of a new. This is a 2018 strat.
Mm-hmm.
Let me try it. I think I got it. Yeah. So normally you're meant to fight those guys, but when you fight those guys, there's a lot going on. When you fight those guys, there's a cutscene that like plays for 3 seconds where you open the door. And that's like really slow, so I don't want that. And it is actually faster to just go all the way down here. So you need to get into the elevator at like a high enough point. If you get in through the middle point, the game will crash. If you get in too low, the game won't load the next area. So yeah, I basically skipped the entirety of Dark Ship just then. You actually go through this in no out of bounds, but yeah, like more or less. But yeah.
We have a $4.20 donation from Wotus R saying, "Really appreciate all the work you're doing for charity. Sorry I wasn't able to make it to the event this year. Keep up the hard work, everyone. My donation should go to saving the animals."
Wow. Amazing. It's amazing. Okay, so there's 2 phases of the final boss. There's the, and there's actually a really cool way to get to the final boss. Although I do think, I'll say, because the actual final phase is really easy and long and slow. So,
Is that the thing from Wild Wild West?
I don't know. You're gonna have to show me after. Okay, so there's these targets I have to hit on the legs, And in 2013, there was a guy, a French runner, that found like a really good method, like a good route for this. And he, and for a while it was just called normal cycle, like this is what we called it, or just like fast terraformer or whatever. But I found out that you could actually turn to the left over here, which, oh, I actually got it. There we go. So you can turn to the left and get these 5 right here, and it saves 7 seconds. And it's actually been the method used ever since.
Oh wow.
So I had that strat. I found that strat 5 or 6 years ago,
Nice.
and it's still the strat today.
That's awfully hot.
So I'm gonna go on the. Yeah, you can climb the final boss really fast with the red gun there, and since I have infinite ammo, I can literally just fucking hold down R1 and be here for a while. Let's just say that this final boss battle is 4 minutes at any percent. It's 6 minutes in NG plus because they just decided to give him more health. The only strat is I'm gonna try and these lasers that he's shooting. You can get 1 less laser on the last phase if you clear the enemies fast enough. But it really only saves like 5-7 seconds. It's not a huge deal. So I guess just ask me some shit.
Is this just like the last OP gun that you get in the game or something?
No, it really isn't all that broken, but it is it happens to be the best gun with infinite ammo for sure. The best gun in the game. I mean, I can just show you a bunch of the guns because it really doesn't matter that I waste maybe 10 seconds on the last boss just from showing you shit. I'll show you so this is the first gun you get is the scatter gun, which just looks like this, just like a little shotgun. And then you get the blaster, which is the first yellow gun, like that. So you can actually spin with it to like shoot faster like that.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And then you get the blue gun, which is the Vulcan Fury, which is a really like heavy gun. Like you can like see by the way he's standing, like it's heavy to hold, and it just like slowly starts firing. And you got the purple gun, which is just like Peacemaker, shoots like one of my favorites. The Peacemaker
the Sam Hyde skit. I remember the purple guns being really sick.
Yeah, they're definitely the best. They also are the most ammo consuming. Then you have second yellow gun, which is... I'm just going to hit the big boss real quick. Second yellow gun is the best gun in the game by far, especially casually. It's low ammo, and it is basically just the first yellow gun, but it reflects off shit. So by spamming it like this, as you can see, like it's doing well even here. Just by spinning and shooting and shit. Then we have the wave concussor, which is just like I charge this up, I release it, and it does shit. Yeah, you can even jump with it, so it's like you can jump really high with it. Like it kind of holds you in the air a bit. And we got another one of my favorites. This is the arc wielder.
Oh my god, that was ridiculous.
Oh, that looks like something
It's a
from
fucking lightning gun from Quake.
Yeah, that looks
Yeah,
like
exactly.
some fucking ratchet
Then
gun.
we've got the mass
Like
inverter,
Cadwalk.
which is this. It lowers gravity basically in the air. It's one of the most fun guns to like mess with.
Oh, dude! I remember
Yeah,
that one.
let me try something fun. Let's try something fun. Hold on. Well, I think I gotta hit the boss. Hold on. I can kind of tell when enemies stop spawning. There's like one or two more lasers coming, and then I have to hit them. I guess I'll show off the nuke, which is the third purple gun.
Didn't you use that earlier in the room?
Yeah, I did. Which just does that. It does create a mushroom cloud, but I shot it behind me just to like reduce lag.
Oh wow.
Then we have the gyro buster, which is the third yellow gun. I showed that at the start. Was that. And then we've got the Plasmite RPG, which is a weird name, but just does like this. Pretty good as well. Even when I go to 0, obviously I can keep shooting because infinite ammo.
Hero mode.
Yeah, hero mode. Did I show everything? I think I did.
I think you did.
Yeah, I'll try and fuck around with the mass inverter. Check this out.
Oh my god.
You see that?
Yeah.
Like kick his ass. It's always fun to do.
That little UFO thing that you shoot out that just blasts everything is awesome.
Yeah, it's a good weapon. There's actually you can shoot it. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can get the laser skip. You probably won't be able to tell what's actually happening, but I'm gonna shoot that there, and they all spawn. The nuke goes off. Hopefully, I kill everything in time. That looks like it could be it. Yeah, actually, looks pretty good to me. For some reason, when you shoot the nuke, the needle laser, the gun I'm using right now, like seems to shoot at like a higher rate for some reason. Maybe it's because less shit's on the screen or something, but yeah, it fucks with the gun. Dusky?
Yep.
Ready on time.
Yep.
Actually, if this wasn't for the very beginning of the run, like the deaths I had in training course, which I expected to happen, this was really good, actually.
Because you lost like
this is a 42. That's actually crazy.
You lost like a minute and a half or something.
I wouldn't say a minute and a half. I think I lost
Like a minute.
close to a minute, yeah.
Not to mention all the time you spent dicking around showing us all the guns.
I mean, that really did waste that much time. I think I got laser skip just now.
Because he was
Okay,
doing it
and-
he was waiting on the cycles.
I could use nuke on him, but yeah. And time.
42:41.7. Wow.
That's actually good. That's really good, actually.
Oh, nice.
Like that's a great time. Like
Yeah, what's-
I don't think I fucked up really, like besides the start at all.
What's the record?
So yeah, the record's like 39:24.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I have 41:00. I can definitely. I don't think I can quite get 39, but I can definitely get 40. The world record holder has like years and years of New Game Plus experience, and I haven't really ran New Game Plus since 2014. So when I ran this started running this category again, I had to learn all the New Game Plus tricks that were like new. That was in like the last 5 years. All the temple shit with the hover and stuff that I tried to do. That was new to me completely, and he does them all like with such fast setups. But I can probably do that as well, but it's just I'm not used to it quite yet. I haven't done it enough.
Did anyone
Yes.
figure out how the time gap from like 9:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern on Saturday is gonna
We're
get
not
filled?
talking about that. We're not talking about that.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. The
Sorry,
fucking-
did I hear the witness? Did somebody say the witness?
Yo, I guess I gotta show you one last thing.
The Virgin Gold.
Oh, you're gonna do this?
God,
Yeah.
Are you gonna do this? I'm
Hold
keen
on.
for this. I'm keen for
You
this.
probably have seen it already,
Yeah, I have. It's good.
but you can scroll through all the characters with the D-pad, right? You can like zoom in and shit like that. It's kind of interesting. Just take a look at the models and stuff.
This is
But
proto
if you
Skyrim.
happen to go like back and forth a little bit too fast, you get this. Let's just start duping a bunch of characters. I guess.
Can you get the game to crash this way?
Yeah, the game will crash eventually.
Oh, I thought we were gonna see some tits.
Oh, we can try. The problem. Wait! Holy shit! Look at his eyes on the right. Look at his eyes. Holy fuck! I haven't ever seen that. So the problem is like.
Oh my god.
The problem is certain like. Okay, so we got tests, but the problem is a lot of them will like take priority. So like Samos, for example, for some reason Samos is like common to get as a crash. Like he'll duplicate a lot, so we got to be careful. Yeah, see, I barely mashed like there, and like we got fucking like 4 Samoses on top of each other. He just like photobombs us super hard.
I think he's like high poly character. That's why. Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah. Oh my god. Look at
'Cause
all
I
the
know-
fucking legs.
I noticed like a massive lag increase when you duped him.
Okay, we got a bunch of skirts. That is very common as well.
Yes. Keep them coming, boy.
Oh, the cloth. All these model dupes in the cloth simulation. Fuck. The duped cloth simulation.
Oh, wow, some,
There we go. That's actually a beautiful one. I haven't gotten that one that good in a while.
Good
was-
crash.
oh, is that
No,
it?
it's not
The
the
game
game.
crash?
Yeah, the game crashed.
Good crash. Good crash.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm reading
Well played.
Jinx as deader.
Yeah, that,
As Ditter, yeah.
All right, that's a good one.
Great run.
do we have
Who's
time?
next?
Thank you, Ricky.
Do you guys want to just keep going to the next run?
What is the next run?
Next round's Dusky playing Goldfinger.
We can wait a moment.
Yeah,
Can we-
I'll see
You know, we never
Oh, well,
decided the meme of the decade.
Yeah, can we finish the memes?
Oh,